We bring experts, we bring people, we bring technology, and we bring ideas. And many times those initiatives can be conducted in parallel with the initiatives that the hospital is already working on. Because one of the biggest problems that we have to overcome in terms of an obstacle with our colleagues is the concept of we have it covered. And best practice people, top performers, don't feel that way, don't react that way. They continually strive to improve. And MDR can be that channel to bring them those solutions of continuous improvement. You know, fraud and abuse is a big problem in healthcare and other organizations, retail organizations, etc. I had an embezzlement case right in my hometown in Illinois where an individual had created a bogus LLC, was invoicing the hospital for bills and getting paid. This individual actually happened to be the executive director of a children's hospital.
Oh my goodness.
And pulled about $700,000 off of that system before they were detected.
Well, then how would your program work on the fraud and abuse side then? And I assume it's not just limited to hospitals. This is a best practice for any of the organizations you would
That's exactly right. The historical experience, Tom, is about 2% to plus of the vendors that we're doing business with in any large organization we shouldn't be doing business with, either because they're sloppy, because they're financially unstable, or because they're defrauding you, or they may be on one of the sanctions lists, which is a government regulation that says you should not be doing business with these people. It's a kind of the anti-terrorist law.
Okay.
And what we do is clean up their vendor master file so that you don't have duplicates and old material on the file, and then do a vendor registration and authentication process that authenticates each and every one of those vendors and tells you whether you should be doing business with them or not.
What are some of the other solutions that you have that are, add tremendous value to your clients?
Well, one of the things that to me is just an absolute, I'm going to use the term no-brainer, Tom, is that there's a method of creating cash at no cost for paying bills that you have to pay anyway.
How does that work?
Well, it's basically the offshoot of a principle that you and I use for our own credit card use now, which is we may get frequent flyer miles or cash back or merchandise for using our card. And we set up a process with organizations that is a virtual credit card process. Allows them to pay some of their bills with that process rather than a check. And as a result, they create cash rebates. And we have organizations that are making as little as $1,000 a month doing that and just pure cash back to them, and multi-hospital systems that are making $100,000 of cash a month just for paying bills they have to pay.
Well, I can tell your clients must be happy when you bring those type of solutions in, and then it actually puts money back in their pockets so that they can, continue to serve the community.
When we create success stories like that, Tom, they usually ask us, what else do you have?
Ah, that's fascinating. So that's a great lead-in. What else do you have, Kevin?
Well, ShareMeister is an interesting one because it's a solution that is creating the world's premier giving platform.
What's that mean?
What they do is connect retail businesses with nonprofit organizations to create new business for the retail people that is trackable and measurable, but also creates a giving pool back to those not-for-profit organizations. So it's essentially a way to grow business and provide funding for nonprofits.